But there should be some celebrating in the Queen City tonight.
Oh, yeah, and Mike Williams was on fire. Gets Reggie Sanders with a nice breaking ball. 10 strikeouts for Williams. What about John Smiley, former Twin?
And then I actually became a high school coach.
Tough breaking ball. Smiley, 11 Ks. 21 of the first 42 outs of the game were strikeouts. Williams also defense. Outstanding play to get Thomas Howard at first. Top of the ninth, Reds trail 2-1. Brett Boone.
Your situation.
Brett Boone. Double me.
Deep to center field.
2 runs are going to score. The Reds take the lead 3-2. We move bottom of the ninth. 2 outs, Reds leading 3-2. Jeff Brantley against Gary Varsho. Well hit, Ronnie Gant in to end the game, and the Reds win. Boone, who entered the game in a 1-for-23 slump, went 2 for 3 with a 2-run double. Oh, they're partying. Reds pitcher Frank Viola was placed on the 60-day disabled list with a strained neck. So after they're going crazy. Didn't win one in the 80s, but now they're excited. They never watched the scoreboard.
I wasn't watching the scoreboard. If we took care of business tonight, who cares what the Astros done? We win the division, and that's exactly what we did.
Getting some defensive help. Mike Sims, a flare to left. Jose Oquendo. This is, it's supple leather. 1-0 Cards after 4. Still 1-0 in the bottom of the 5th. Astros threatening 2 on, no outs. Watson fans Ricky Gutierrez. Then gets Pat Borders a ground on the 5-4-3 double play, and the threat's over. Still 1-0 Cards, top of the 6th. 1 on for Ray Langford. Spank off Doug Drabek. 9th in September, 24th overall. The Cards win.
A few feet inside.
Watson retired 13 of the first 14 batters he faced at the plate. Watson was 1 for 2, raising his season average to .424.
Baseball night in America, you know, I heard that. Top of 3 scoreless. Bichette up. Both runners go. It's a double steal. No throw. Eric Young advances. Same at bat. Bichette ground ball up the middle. Patterson stops it, but has no play. Young scores. 1-0 Rocks. Top of 5 now. Ellis Burks on first. Bichette at bat drives one. And I believe he knows it. Not just shopping at the gap, but over it. 38th of the year. 4-0 Rocks. We're still in the 5th. Vinny Castilla. Ground ball to short. Mike Benjamin dives, and from his wallet he makes the throw. Appears to be in. Wait a minute. Are you calling that safe, Randy Martin? Let's take a look at this again. Benjamin throws while rolling, and watch first base. Appears to be out, but that's why I'm not the ump. Bottom 6, lone bright spot for the Giants. Barry Bonds on first, takes off and steals second, his 30th of the year. We'll explain why that's special and why we're showing his dad. Rockies, however, did everything right. Mark Carrion grounds to short. Walt Weiss deep in the hole, off the back foot. What leather. Kevin Ritz and the Rockies staff hurling a gem. That's a slider, and that's nasty, and you're not going to get a piece of that. Combined 2-hitter. Rockies win at 6-1. Here's your TID as promised on Barry Bonds. Had his 30th.
He's back, but he says he's having trouble squeezing his glove on this Otis Nixon grounder. He can't do it. An error that could eventually spell big trouble for the Angels. Angels down 3-1 in the 7th. Damon Easley on first. Eduardo Perez pinch hitting. Takes Kenny Rogers deep to left. 2-run shot. First of the year, we're tied at 3. Bottom of the 7th, Jorge Fabregas comes in to catch, replacing Allenson. Still tied at 3. Benji Gill on first. First pitch gets by Fabregas. Pass ball. Same at bat. Otis Nixon singles up the middle. Gill will score. Nixon went to second on the throw. Rangers lead 4-3. Still same inning. Bases now juiced. Mike James into pitch. Juan Gonzalez has a chance. 3-run score, a double for Gonzalez. 7-3 Texas. And the Angels, long faces for these guys. They are struggling. The Angels lose their 8th straight, and they've lost 26 of 34 and drop into a tie with New York for the wild card spot. First, Dave Fleming in trouble with the bases juiced. Manny Ramirez, the double down the left field line, scoring Kenny Lofton and Omar Vizquel. 2-0 Cleveland with the lead. Tied at 2 in the 4th. It's Joe Vitiello against Oral Hershiser. Crush. Number 6 for Joe, 3-2 KC. But Oral would shut the door after that. against Michael Tucker.
A long time at the big league level.
2-2 pitch.
Outside corner. 3 Ks in the game for Orioles. Jose Mesa in to protect the 5-3 lead in the 9th. The Royals would load up the bases. Keith Lockhart grounds through the box. Vizquel Fields flips to Baerga. Bare hands for the force. Pretty. Tremendous defense. Seals the 5-3 victory. Hershiser wins for the 8th time in his last 10 starts. The victory was the Indians' 94th of the season, their most wins in 41 years. Jim Thome has 17 RBIs in his last 21 games. The Royals have lost 5 straight at home. O's and the Brewers. Baltimore up 1-0, top of the first. Cal Ripken on first. Bobby Bowe! Oh, yeah, baseball's special moment. 10th home run is an Oriole. They lead 3-zip, and then I got your slump right here. Look at Cal. Deep to left. The 3-run shot puts Baltimore on top 6-0. And top of the 6th, Harold Baines goes deep to center field. Baltimore goes on to win 10-3. The Brewers have lost 19 of 24. Cal goes 3 for 5 with 5 RBIs, and Harold Baines 2 for 3.
Men on first and third. Gets Mark Grzelcyk to bounce into the 1-6-3 DP. Glavine always good with the leather, helping himself. We have a 1-all game in the 4th. Carlos Perez getting no support. Grzelcyk, easy play at short. This should be. Wait a minute. We have a problem. Next batter, Jeff Blauser, hits to third. Shane Andrews and Grzelcyk. Problems, no leather. It's 2-1. And then the next batter, Glavine himself, with the perfectly executed suicide squeeze. Got to go to first. Klesko scores 3-1 Braves. Next batter, Marquise. Where is the leather in this game? Somebody stop a baseball. Perez yanked. And as always, we take it out on the harmless, inanimate objects. What are we doing, people? Braves win at 5-1. Glavine now in his
highlights here.
Now, that's Dave Martinez on first and Frank Thomas. And you know what he does? He spanks.
Tremendous shot.
That's deep. Hurt, spank, 38th of the year.
Where's Kirby?
Well, that's not Kirby. That's Tim Raines.
There's
Shot
Kirby.
to right. Kirby couldn't come up with that one. Noberto Martin comes home, and the White Sox win at 5-4. They still haven't lost to the Twins this year in 7 chances. Frank Thomas on the verge of becoming the first player ever to hit 300 with 20 home runs, 100 RBI, 100 walks, and 100 runs 5 years in a row. Just needs to keep.
Was Pat Rapp coming off a 1-hitter on Sunday. Strikes out Jeff Kent to end the inning. Reed Cornelius on the mound for the Mets. Bottom of the first. Walks Jeff Conine. With the bases loaded, scores a run. Marlins up 1-zip. Marlins up 2-0. Bottom of the third. More trouble for Reed Cornelius. Wild pitch. Scores a run. Marlins take a 3-0 lead. Meanwhile, Rapp strikes out Carl Everett swinging. Rapp gets his 2nd consecutive shutout and ties the club record with his 8th straight win. He struck out 6, walked 1, and retired. Ricky Henderson lines the double. Danny Tartable, Larry Steinbach, Stan Javier all score 3-0. The Oakland A's on top. 3rd inning, still 3-zip. Mark McGuire, one of the old Bash brothers. 2-run shot, 35th on the year. 5-0 A's in the 3rd inning. 6-0 A's in the 4th. Looks like Seattle is in trouble in this game. Junior. Line drive shot to right. Solo. His 15th, 6-1 Seattle down 5 runs. Still in the 4th, 2 outs, 2 on. Full count to Dan Wilson. Runners moving, shot to short. Bordick looks at second. Luis Sojo sliding in safe. Bordick hesitates, throws to first. Wilson safe. Here's Vince Coleman.
Coleman hits a fly ball deep to right field, and that's going to fly! A grand slam home run for Vince Coleman. My, oh my!
Another look. Vince Coleman, first career grand slam. We are all knotted at 6. What a game. Could have led the show with this one. It wasn't over. Bottom of the 8th, A's up 7-6. Edgar Martinez, 29th home run of the year. Ties the score at 7 apiece. Still in the 8th. Alex Diaz, pinch hitting.
Doesn't really care to use it. Alex melts the ball deep to left field, and that will fly away. My, oh my! I don't believe it.
Believe it, Alex Diaz, a pinch hit 3-run home run, top of the 9th. Norm Charlton gets Geronimo Barreau to ground out, winning the game for the Mariners. And you know what? They're in first place all alone. Never before have the M's been alone in first place after May in team history. California.